Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, years of your life feel wasted? That no matter how much effort you put in, nothing seems to move forward? Many of us live our lives rushing, speaking without thinking, reacting without pausing, and chasing results impatiently. But in Islam, Allah teaches us a powerful lesson. Sometimes, the best action is to stop, be still, and trust Him. The Quran and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, remind us that silence, patience, and reliance on Allah can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. This video will explore a concept that can change your perspective completely. Keep your mouth shut, be still, and watch Allah double your wasted years. It may sound surprising, even counterintuitive. In a world obsessed with speed, noise, and constant movement, the idea of pausing and holding back can feel uncomfortable. Yet the spiritual wisdom behind this is profound. Allah promises that when we stop speaking unnecessarily, stop rushing, and place our trust in Him, He can turn what seems lost into blessings multiplied beyond our comprehension. Before starting this video, do not forget to like this video, because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our upcoming publications on the Islamic faith. Thank you and good video. Throughout this video, we will uncover the importance of silence in Islam, the value of patience, and the incredible rewards that come from trusting Allah's timing. We will also discuss practical ways to cultivate this patience in everyday life, reflect on the years we might have wasted, and see how surrendering control to Allah can lead to unexpected growth, success, and spiritual fulfillment. By the end, you will understand why sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing, except to trust, wait, and watch Allah work wonders in your life. The importance of silence in Islam. 1,800 characters. Silence is not just the absence of speech. In Islam, it is a tool for growth, reflection, and spiritual strength. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak good or remain silent." This teaching reminds us that every word we utter carries weight. Speaking without purpose can lead to regret, conflicts, and wasted energy, while silence allows us to preserve our strength and maintain inner peace. By being silent, we create space for reflection, understanding, and connection with Allah. Silence helps us avoid unnecessary disputes, negative gossip, and hasty decisions. It also encourages us to listen more, to ourselves, to others, and to the divine guidance present in every moment. Think of silence as a form of spiritual armor, protecting our hearts from distractions and leading us closer to the truth. The wisdom of keeping quiet goes beyond avoiding harmful speech. It teaches restraint, patience, and self-control. In a world where noise, opinions, and constant chatter dominate, practicing silence becomes a conscious act of devotion. It reminds us that not everything requires a reaction, and not every situation demands an immediate response. Through silence, we learn to trust Allah's plan, observe His blessings, and wait for His perfect timing. In the next sections, we will explore how this principle of silence, combined with patience and faith, can turn years that seem wasted into multiplied blessings. By holding back our words and practicing stillness, we open the door to profound personal transformation, spiritual growth, and the fulfillment of Allah's promises in our lives. The role of patience and waiting. 1,800 characters. Patience, or sabr in Islam, is not merely waiting. It is an active, conscious endurance rooted in trust and faith. The Quran reminds us repeatedly that those who are patient are beloved to Allah and will be rewarded beyond measure. Life often tests us with delays, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. In these times, impatience can lead to frustration, mistakes, and wasted opportunities. But patience allows us to navigate these challenges with grace, clarity, and reliance on Allah's wisdom. Waiting is not passive. It is a form of spiritual action. By practicing patience, we are training our hearts to focus on what truly matters, to resist the urge to react impulsively, and to trust that Allah knows the best timing for every blessing. Consider how a seed must remain buried in the soil for weeks, unseen and silent, before it sprouts into a thriving plant. Similarly, our efforts, prayers, and intentions may take time to bear fruit, but with patience, the results can exceed anything we could achieve on our own.
Islam teaches that patience combined with trust is transformative. When we stop forcing outcomes and allow Allah's plan to unfold, we often find that what we once viewed as wasted years were quietly shaping us for greater success and blessings. Even setbacks and delays carry hidden lessons, guiding us toward wisdom, resilience, and spiritual growth. By embracing patience, we align ourselves with divine timing, ensuring that every moment, no matter how challenging, contributes to our ultimate journey. In the following section, we will examine how these lost or wasted years can be understood in a new light, and how silence and patience prepare the ground for Allah to multiply our blessings in unimaginable ways. Lost time and wasted years. Many of us look back and feel that years of our lives have been wasted, moments lost to distractions, impatience, or choices we now regret. In Islam, time is one of the greatest gifts from Allah, and wasting it is a loss not only in the worldly sense but also spiritually. Every day, every hour, and every minute carries the potential for growth, worship, and meaningful action. Yet, when we rush, argue, or speak without reflection, we often miss these opportunities. The concept of wasted years is not necessarily about failure. It is about unrealized potential. Perhaps you spent too much time seeking approval, chasing worldly desires, or reacting to situations beyond your control. These moments can feel empty, yet they are not lost if we recognize the lessons within them. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, can transform these years of seeming loss into a foundation for future success, spiritual awakening, and unexpected blessings. Reflecting on our past also teaches humility. It reminds us that our control is limited, and that forcing outcomes often leads to frustration. The Quran encourages us to seek forgiveness, to correct our path, and to trust Allah's timing. And by letting go of regret and embracing stillness and patience, we allow Allah to turn what we perceived as wasted into valuable, multiplied opportunities. In the next section, we will explore the remarkable promise that Allah can not only restore what was lost, but actually double the rewards and blessings for those who remain silent, patient, and trusting in His plan. Understanding this principle can completely transform how we view our past, present, and future. Allah doubles efforts and rewards. One of the most inspiring promises in Islam is that Allah can multiply the rewards for those who trust Him, remain patient, and act with sincerity. What may seem lost, delayed, or wasted in our lives is never truly gone. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, can take our small, humble efforts and transform them into blessings far beyond what we could imagine. This is a profound concept. The idea that patience, silence, and trust can turn ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. The Quran says that Allah multiplies the reward for the righteous. Whoever comes with a good deed will have 10 times the like thereof. Quran 6:160. This principle is not just about counting deeds. It is about the quality, intention, and sincerity behind them. Even years that felt unproductive, when surrendered to Allah, can become the seed for future success. Silence and patience are forms of devotion that allow Allah to work in ways we cannot see, quietly preparing the path for multiplied blessings. Stories from the lives of the prophets and righteous individuals illustrate this beautifully. They faced trials,
delays, and periods where nothing seemed to progress. Yet, through patience, trust, and steadfastness, Allah transformed their struggles into unmatched victories, often beyond their own expectations. The lessons are clear. When we resist the urge to complain, speak unnecessarily, or force outcomes, Allah's power can reshape our lives. Understanding this principle changes the way we view time, effort, and setbacks. Rather than feeling frustrated over wasted years, we learn to embrace them with faith, knowing that Allah has the ability to double the impact of our patience, devotion, and trust. In the next section, we will look at real-life examples that show how this divine principle works in everyday life. Real-life stories and testimonies. Sometimes, the most powerful lessons come not from theory, but from real-life experiences. There are countless stories of individuals who felt stuck, frustrated, or that their lives were wasted, only to see Allah transform their situations in miraculous ways when they chose patience, silence, and trust. These testimonies illustrate that divine timing is always perfect, even when we cannot see it. Take, for example, a young professional who spent years struggling in a job that felt unfulfilling. Every effort seemed fruitless, and the years passed with little visible progress. Instead of complaining or forcing a change impulsively, they chose to remain patient, continued improving themselves quietly, and trusted Allah's plan. Years later, a completely unexpected opportunity appeared, one that doubled their previous achievements and brought them both career success and personal fulfillment. What felt like wasted time had, in reality, been a preparation period orchestrated by Allah. Similarly, countless people have shared stories of personal relationships, studies, or creative pursuits, where initial setbacks turned into immense blessings. These experiences highlight a recurring theme. When we silence unnecessary speech, avoid complaining, and rely on Allah's wisdom, doors that seem permanently closed often open in extraordinary ways. The key takeaway is that silence and patience are not signs of weakness. They are acts of strength and trust. By letting go of control and surrendering to Allah, we allow Him to multiply the impact of our efforts, turning setbacks into stepping stones and lost time into fruitful chapters of our lives. In the next section, we will explore practical strategies to cultivate silence, patience, and trust in everyday life, so you can begin to see these transformations for yourself. Practical strategies to stay silent and patient. Understanding the importance of silence and patience is one thing, but applying it in daily life requires conscious effort. Islam offers practical guidance that can help us master these skills and transform our wasted years into moments of growth and blessings. First, learn to pause before speaking. Not every thought or emotion needs to be voiced. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say helpful, necessary, or kind? This simple practice reduces unnecessary conflict, preserves energy, and aligns your actions with divine wisdom. Second, cultivate patience through small daily exercises. Start with minor challenges, like waiting calmly in traffic or responding calmly to criticism. Each act of self-restraint builds spiritual resilience. Remember that patience is not just waiting, it is enduring with trust, faith, and a positive mindset. Third, dedicate time for reflection and prayer. Regularly connecting with Allah through dhikr, remembrance, reading the Quran, or silent meditation strengthens your trust and awareness. This helps you see setbacks as opportunities rather than failures and keeps you focused on long-term growth. Fourth, avoid environments and people that encourage hasty reactions or unnecessary arguments. Surround yourself with those who inspire patience, wisdom, and calmness. Your surroundings play a crucial role in shaping your habits and mindset. Finally, keep a journal to track your moments of patience and silence. Reflect on how these choices affect your day, your interactions, and your spiritual well-being. Over time, you will notice that these practices not only prevent wasted time, but also allow Allah to multiply your efforts in ways you never imagined. In the next section, we will discuss how stillness and meditation deepen these practices, helping you make wiser decisions and strengthen your connection with Allah. The importance of thoughtful action and meditation. Silence and patience are not only spiritual practices. They are powerful tools that enhance the quality of our decisions and the outcomes of our lives. Islam teaches that stillness and reflection allow us to act with wisdom rather than impulse. By taking time to pause and meditate, we open ourselves to divine guidance and gain clarity that is often lost in the noise of everyday life. Meditation in Islam does not necessarily mean sitting silently for hours. It can be as simple as tafakkur, reflecting on the signs of Allah, contemplating your actions and assessing your intentions. This form of reflection allows us to distinguish between what truly matters and what is a distraction. By aligning our intentions with Allah's will, we ensure that our efforts are purposeful, meaningful, and ultimately rewarded. Thoughtful action also strengthens trust in Allah. When we stop reacting impulsively and instead choose to act with care and wisdom, we create space for Allah to guide our outcomes. What might seem like a delay or setback is often the perfect timing orchestrated by Him, ensuring that our efforts bear greater fruit than we could ever plan. Moreover, stillness and meditation nurture self-awareness. They teach us patience, humility, and gratitude, qualities that allow us to navigate life's challenges without frustration or despair. By regularly engaging in reflection, we train ourselves to turn even difficult experiences into lessons, transforming what could be wasted time into opportunities for growth. In the next section, we will summarize the key lessons from silence, patience, and trust in Allah, and explore how these principles can transform our perspective on life and its challenges. Summary and key lesson. As we reflect on the journey of silence, patience, and trust in Allah, a clear picture emerges. Life is not wasted when we surrender to divine wisdom. The moments we once thought lost, the years that seemed unproductive, and the setbacks we endured are all part of a larger plan. When we stop rushing, speaking unnecessarily, or forcing outcomes, Allah can transform these experiences into multiplied blessings. The key lesson is simple yet profound. Keep your mouth shut, be still, and watch Allah work. Silence preserves your energy, patience strengthens your character, and trust allows Allah to turn challenges into opportunities. Every delay or hardship carries a hidden purpose, preparing you for a future far greater than you can imagine. What may appear as lost years are, in reality, the quiet foundation for future success, spiritual growth, and fulfillment. By practicing these principles daily, you cultivate a mindset that aligns with divine wisdom. You learn to pause before speaking, endure with faith, reflect deeply, and act thoughtfully. These habits not only prevent wasted time, but also create an environment where Allah can multiply your efforts. Your life, relationships, and personal goals begin to flourish in ways that feel almost miraculous. Ultimately, the journey of patience and silence teaches us that control is an illusion. Trust is everything. When we release our need to manage every detail and instead rely on Allah, we find peace, clarity, and a path toward extraordinary blessings. Embrace stillness, cultivate patience, and allow Allah to transform your wasted years into a story of triumph, growth, and divine favor. Inspiring conclusion and call to action. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, remember this: silence, patience, and trust in Allah are not just abstract concepts. They are practical, transformative tools for your life. The years you may feel were wasted are never truly gone. When you pause, reflect, and trust Allah, He can multiply your efforts, turn setbacks into opportunities, and guide you toward blessings beyond your imagination. Now is the time to embrace stillness. Begin with small steps. Speak less, listen more, and pause before reacting. Cultivate patience in daily challenges and remind yourself that every delay or difficulty is part of Allah's perfect plan. Engage in reflection, prayer, and remembrance of Allah, dhikr, allowing your heart to grow in trust and your mind to find clarity. Life will always present obstacles, distractions, and moments of frustration. Yet by choosing silence over unnecessary speech, patience over impatience, and trust over doubt, you align yourself with divine wisdom. You create space for Allah to work in ways that you may never have anticipated, transforming what once seemed wasted into abundant, multiplied blessings. Take this message to heart. Do not rush, do not force, and do not despair. Instead, keep your mouth shut, be still, and watch Allah double your wasted years. Let faith replace anxiety, patience replace frustration, and trust replace doubt. Your life, with all its trials and setbacks, is a canvas for divine transformation. Embrace it fully and witness the extraordinary results of surrendering to Allah's perfect timing.